The mountains have always hidden more than just rocks and trees. In their dark folds, they cradle ancient secrets, secrets darker than imagination. After the war, it was said some defeated Japanese soldiers escaped into these very mountains, desperate and savage, trying to stage a final resistance. Though no evidence of them was ever found, the villagers often whispered of strange figures moving among the trees, and sometimes, stranger things than men. The horrors of this story may completely shatter your understanding of the world. If you're easily scared, I suggest you watch this with a friend, someone brave enough to face the unknown with you. This nightmare took place in the last century, in a remote place called Xiaoyang Village. It was an experience my grandfather lived through when he was just a child. Back then, life was simple. There were no smartphones or televisions. The trees were alive with birds and nests to plunder, the rivers teeming with fish. That was their entertainment, the wild world around them. One scorching summer afternoon, my grandfather and a group of village kids decided to cool off. They ventured to a wild, deep lake hidden in the forest, a lake so deep its bottom was a mystery. The village elders had always warned them, don't swim there. There's a monster beneath the waters. But the heat was merciless, and their young hearts were fearless. They laughed off the warnings and plunged into the cool depths. As they played hide-and-seek in the water, a sudden chill cut through the summer heat. Grandpa dived underwater, and what he saw made his blood freeze. A gigantic shadow was moving beneath him, gliding silently through the depths. Terrified, Grandpa broke the surface, gasping for air, and shouted to his friend, Song Nantu. "There's something under the water. Get out!" But Song Nantu just laughed, thinking Grandpa was playing a prank. He didn't listen. Moments later, Song Nantu's laughter stopped. His face twisted in panic. Beneath him, the black shadow surged closer. The water itself seemed to grow heavier, colder. Song Nantu swam for the shore with everything he had, but the thing beneath the surface was faster. Grandpa watched helplessly from the bank as Song Nantu was pulled under, and the lake returned to a haunting, unnatural calm. Grandpa was punished for leading the group there, but he never cared about the beating. The guilt of losing his friend weighed heavier than any blow. Years passed. The memory faded, but it never truly left. Then, 4 summers later, a brutal drought struck. With crops failing and bellies empty, the villagers grew desperate. They returned to the cursed lake, hoping to catch what little fish might remain. But the drought had shriveled the lake into little more than a muddy pit. What they found shocked them to their core. The sky grew dark with storm clouds. Thunder cracked the heavens open. And then, the ground began to shake. Something was stirring beneath the dried lake bed. The villagers stood frozen in horror as the waters bubbled and churned. And then, something vast and black burst forth from the muck, a monstrous creature, a grotesque silhouette against the flashing lightning. A wave of burning smoke and a stench worse than death itself rolled over the villagers. Everyone ran, some screamed, others fell to their knees, weeping. The creature, blacker than night itself, thrashed once, then collapsed. In the aftermath, the villagers buried whatever it was deep under the earth, vowing to speak of it no more. To this day, no one knows what kind of monster it truly was. And the elders who witnessed it? They took the secret to their graves.